While I've been doing some of the cleanup around the place, I know I'm going to find a lot of things that belong to my pop because I had some tools and all that sort of stuff. This little bathroom cabinet was actually made by my great-grandfather, so my grandfather's father. When my grandfather passed away and the house was being sold, he was like, what sort of stuff do people want out of the house? And this was one of the things I asked for. And I know when I open it, it still smells like all his shaving equipment and that sort of thing. I think it's a mixture of silky oak, Queensland maple or Meranti, Western red cedar. This bit here looks like it's the like maple. The reason I'm thinking some silky oak is because my grandfather and my great-grandfather used a lot of silky oak because it was so prevalent way back then. There was beds and tables, like the dining table I've got is made of silky oak. This looks more like Queensland maple, just with the grain structure. The beadings were usually maple, that sort of stuff, just because it's easy to work with. And this is one of the things I really like about it. It has adjustable shelves by using these tiny little pieces that go into little half rounds on the inside. You can adjust the shelves. It's just really great. Little brass hinges. Even the panel from the front, it's just got a very tiny lip here with an inset panel. And the back, you can see that it's actually a raised panel, so this is a solid piece of timber. And it's a single piece. And this is a piece that looks like it could possibly be the silky oak, but that just because you can start to see the medullary raise a little bit more here, and then just there's this tiny little beading just to hold that in. The back is solid. The back and the shelf holders, they're the bits that look and feel like Western red cedar. I don't think this will ever make it into a bathroom. Again, it's one of those things that, do I try and restore it, or do I leave it and just have it tell the story that was Pop and Grandma and all of their kids growing up? Because like the internal shelves weren't finished. They were just basically very well sanded. But there's stains and stuff, and when you look inside the bottom, you can see where things sat, and even the top, because at the very top, let me just put that in. There's still just the remnants of things that used to sit on the top of the cabinet. This was hung on the wall in his bathroom. And it's things like these that I think was probably one of the influences in me wanting to build things myself. Weird little details like this bit here. I don't know whether that was cut out just so that if it was ever just sat on top of a cabinet, another cabinet, that it wasn't going to rock too much. So it's basically kind of like feet. And I said this is the bit that feels like the Western red cedar. But these two pieces here, again, they look like Queensland maple. that's maple-ish, but it could also be silky oak cut in a different way, because it's usually quarter sawn silky oak where you really see the medullary rays. Some interesting grain in there. I'm really glad that I was the person who got to keep this. I just think of pop every time I see it. Nice little ball catch. Yeah. I don't think it's something that I'll try and refinish or restore. It's something that really needs to keep the story of the piece of furniture's life. I only know it as from my grandparents, but I'm almost 100% certain that my pop told me that it was his pop that made it. Sorry, his dad, not his pop. So this is something from 4 generations back. Little piece of family history.